Cool, so I am on my way now to go watch Birds of Prey with the Project Mayhem crew. Super excited. We're going to watch it at Musgrave tonight. So normally we go to Gateway, but now we're going to Musgrave. They've just had a revamp at their cinemas, so we're going to go check it out to see what the cinemas look like now. So I will be honest, I haven't been to Musgrave in a while. I used to go there quite a lot, but over the past couple of years I haven't really been going there as often. However, I'm really excited to see the renovations and see how the cinemas have turned out. Super excited. I'll see you guys there. Cool, so we just arrived at Musgrave right now. I'm gonna make my way inside now and check what is happening. Very excited. Cool, so we are now at Musgrave. We are waiting for the movie to start. Very cool vibe here. The renovations and revamp look epic. And I just can't wait for the movie, quite honestly. Cool guys, so welcome back to another movie review, and today we are talking about Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. This film is directed by Cathy Yang and stars Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, who is definitely the main character in this movie. There are some other characters in this film as well who are the Birds of Prey, which the film is marketed as. But in my opinion, Harley Quinn definitely takes center stage. And I had mixed feelings about that, but I understood why they did do that. I mean, Harley Quinn is a huge draw card to this film, and so is Margot Robbie, and her performance as Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad film was arguably one of the best parts of that whole film. So I definitely understood why they did make her the main character in this film. Ewan McGregor as Black Mask as well was super fantastic. I loved Ewan McGregor in this film. I thought he brought such a good energy to this film, and you kind of feared his presence, but at the same time he was absolutely hilarious to watch. And I think that was a really interesting and fun character to have in this film. Now there are some action sequences in this film that are really awesome to watch, and I really did enjoy them, particularly some of the action shots that take place in a police station or prison. I thought those were really good scenes, but then there are also other action scenes which sadly I did not enjoy as much. And quite frankly, I was a little bored watching them. Basic plot of this film is that Harley Quinn has now broken up with the Joker. That has been in all the marketing material, so it's not a spoiler. She has broken up with the Joker, and she's trying to sort of find her feet in society again. And she's just in a way sort of trying to separate herself from the Joker and his presence. And while doing that, she starts to run into all these different characters who we later see as the Birds of Prey. And then a whole bunch of other stuff starts to happen as well, which I'm not going to get into because that's spoiler territory. But I will say it was a fun time at the movies. There were definitely issues for me, and there were a lot of flaws for me, but I did enjoy the film. I thought Margot Robbie's performance again as Harley Quinn was fantastic, and she's one of the better DC characters at the moment in the DCEU, in my opinion. I think she's just really encapsulated that character so well, and I can honestly not see anyone who could play Harley Quinn at the moment as well as Margot Robbie is playing her. I think she just embodies that character incredibly well. I'm going to say that there are pacing issues for me personally. There were moments in this film where I was just like, okay, is this still actually happening? And I'm not going to get too much into that, but the film is not necessarily in a linear structure. It sort of jumps about a bit, kind of like what Deadpool 1 did, and that's not a bad thing necessarily, but at times I did just feel like, okay, I kind of wanted to see what was going to happen now, but now we're going back, and then we're going to have to watch a little bit of this backstory part to understand what's going to happen next. And I'm like, okay, that's cool and stuff, but it kind of just left me a little bit frustrated because I was like, okay, we are about to get into something quite big here, but now we're cutting out to go back to something else. And at times it works well in the film, but at other times I don't think it works as well either, which is unfortunate. Now I don't think for most people this is going to be annoying to them, but for me it kind of was, and just the use of just constant songs and soundtracks and music throughout this film. I think in a way it kind of tries to do what Suicide Squad did with its soundtrack, where I thought it kind of worked a bit better in Suicide Squad, but for me in this film it just felt like every single moment there was just this blasting song happening. And at times it's cool and it works well with the scenes and stuff, but at other times it's like, okay, more music that's going to be used as advertising for this film. And that's fine, I guess, but I just thought it was a bit jarring at times and a bit overused. I did just think it drew me out of the film a little bit at times. That's a personal opinion. I don't think most people are going to really worry about that too much. I will say I probably liked it better than Suicide Squad, despite my review of Suicide Squad, which I did a couple of years ago, which I'm notoriously known for giving that film a really high rating, and I definitely don't feel the same now. Don't go back and watch it, please, because, yeah. But overall, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I think that's fair, to be honest. I feel like this film was a stronger film personally for me than Suicide Squad, but it still was missing a lot, which is unfortunate. But I did enjoy it for the most part, and I had a really good time watching it. And I do want to process it a bit more and just think about it a bit more, but my initial experience of the film was that it was really cool and I had a lot of fun in it. There were just a few issues I had with it here and there, but I think it was a pretty good film, and I'm excited to see now with these new characters in the DCEU where they take the DCEU franchise. I think there's some really cool characters that are introduced in this film. I wish we kind of got a bit more of them, but I do think it is a cool sort of stepping stone to something bigger and cooler. Yeah, so initial thoughts, I had a really good time watching it. I did enjoy it, but there were just some issues for me personally, and yeah, if I had to rate it, I don't usually rate for movies, maybe I should start doing that, but if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it around like a 60 to 70%, because the positives definitely outweigh the negatives for me, but as I said, there were just some things that drew me out of the film a little bit, and there were definitely some pacing issues for me personally, but it was a fun time at the movies, and I did have a good time. Cool, I think that's all I needed to say. And then also a special thanks to Project Mayhem and Stir Clinical. They didn't tell me to say this, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for the awesome evening. Yeah, we went to the Musgrave Cinema, the Musgrave Stir Clinical Cinema, and it was just really, really cool. They've just done a revamp and some renovations to their cinemas, and it was just great going there again after all that's been done. And yeah, Project Mayhem as well, just hosting the screening with Stoke and Nicole, did an absolutely incredible job. And yeah, thank you so much for making the evening that much more epic. It was really cool. I cannot wait for the next one. But guys, if you have seen Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, I got it right again in your faces. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. I'd love to know your thoughts on the film. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Where does it sort of range compared to the other DCEU movies? I'd love to hear your opinions and thoughts on that. Let me know in the comments down below. Remember to please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and then if you do like this content, press the bell icon to be notified every single time I post a new video. I'd love to have you guys here and talk about movies. Cool. You guys are the best. See you soon. Bye bye.